the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Saints under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson up here in the booth. Greg, we've looked at this matchup, talked about the offenses, the defense. It feels like a tight one, and usually what does that mean? Special teams could be a big factor in who gets out of here with the double.
Each week when we come into these games, Mike, we probably do a disservice to just the importance of how much special teams plays a factor in deciding the outcome of these games. And you're exactly right. When teams find themselves very similar on offense, very similar on defense, all the metrics, all the stats, can you find an advantage, even the slightest one, in the kicking game, the return game, generate a turnover or a big kick return? Sometimes that little slight advantage is all you need to tip the scales in your favor.
The Saints coming out, and the veteran leads them. It's their quarterback, Derek Carr, 9 years with the Raiders, now year 2 with the Saints. Greg, for a man who's now 33 years old.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today.
And he'll be brought down, but what a run down to the 40.
Nice pickup there by Alvin Kamara. And when you think about his career, Mike, the fact that for 7 straight years he's over 1,100 yards from scrimmage, that's the consistency. That's the ability to impact the game both as a runner and as a receiver that really makes him stand out from a lot of the other running backs in the league.
This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He gets that complete to Cedric Wilson. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
From the 1, 2nd and goal. Carr working out of the gun. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos led by the rookie, quarterback Bo Nix out of Oregon. The rookie, the last of the quarterbacks taken in the 1st round, number 12 overall. Been around, he's 24 years old, but the rookie runs it for the Broncos.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense all week, they talked about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. And if he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
Knicks now on 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Now he's free at the 35. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Knicks now to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He'll tuck it and take off. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the carry, it's Williams. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2. So a field goal here would tie the game. If the kicking unit stays on the sideline, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And this is caught. Wow, the decision to go pays off. Adam Troutman, touchdown Denver. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. Look there. He comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. They'll run a draw now. It's Kamara. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. In motion is Hill. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
After these kind of plays, Mike, you just wish the sideline was a mile away, because you know when you get there, you are going to catch an earful. They stress all week, ball carriers. We have to protect the ball. In this case, it doesn't result in a turnover, but the lost yardage now brings up 4th down. These are drive killers.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Here comes Smith on the return. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Broncos offense ready for their second possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, it's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He goes right back to Sutton. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Broncos with the early lead. More from New Orleans after this. Second and a yard. On the give, it's Williams. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. To throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Broncos. Back to throw is Nix. He connects with Mims. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line. Dulcich now brought in motion. They'll run. It's Williams. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. 2nd and goal. Dulcich now brought in motion. One more time for Williams. Not a lot of room to work there. Well played by the defense. And they set themselves up for 3rd and goal. They'll throw. It's Nix. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
Now, after taking that loss on the sack, it changes your entire approach offensively. You go from playing for 6 to now everything is just about coming away with points.
On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. His kick is good. And the Broncos go out to a 10-3 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Carr. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Carr to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. On 1st and 10, Carr. He'll complete that to his fullback. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Locke. And the Broncos are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. As we move deeper in the season, he continues to put up the big numbers week after week. And you see it manifest there, the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. Mims sent in motion here. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing. Nix. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing is Nix. Right back to Williams. They connect again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A 1st down throw for Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll run it with Williams. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line. And 4th down is coming up. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of great games coming up in the next few days, starting with the last of our 3 London games. Pats and Jags from Wembley, early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well, one being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, another doubleheader. Ravens-Bucks at 8:15 Eastern, followed by Chargers-Cardinals from the desert 45 minutes later. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Here's Tremon Smith on the return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Javonte Williams heading out with the Broncos for their next drive. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. This pass deflected and caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. That's caught right side at Franklin. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Saints offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Carr working out of the gun. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back is Carr. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
This brought in out past the 20. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Checking it down, this one is caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. And the Broncos bring out their punter. They'll kick it away. As he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Carr now. Open man, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Not much develops there. They'll get this to about the 43. 2nd down and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Carr. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. In motion is Hill. Off the play fake. Here's Carr. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. The Saints will punt this one away. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. And he'll get this only to about the 20. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. They'll try to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Back to throw is Nix. The throw on the run is complete.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Now he'll run it.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that 1st down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he's going to be taken down. They get him for the sack at the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stop it.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. To throw is Nix. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his man. He finds Sutton. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Throwing is Nix. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing, Nix. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to sneak it here, and he is going to have the Broncos first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. The kick is good. The Broncos will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. And down the field and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Broncos offense ready to take over once again. This one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now going to try to polish this thing off here in the 4th. Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Nick's going to look to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Got it into the hands of Mims. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. Here's Nix to throw. He connects with Mims. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And you think back to the first half, Mike, just how well he threw the ball, and you thought maybe this defense would come up with some answers in the second half to slow him down, but so far, that has proven to not be the case.
A first down throw for Nix. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's 3rd and 7. They'll go again with Williams.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Broncos will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The home team's offense and Derek Carr set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Carr working out of the gun. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for the Saints.
From the shotgun, it's Carr. That one caught by Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Carr. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Carr now. That pass caught right side. Valdez-Scantling. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. New Orleans 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On 1st and 10, Carr. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Carr to throw. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. they continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, from New Orleans, we say goodnight.